The National House of Traditional and Khoi-San leaders has condemned the assassination of Inkosi Khumalo and Umama weSizwe Khumalo. Inkosi Khumalo was the chairperson of the Amajuba local House of Traditional and Khoi-San leaders. The couple was killed in front of their 4-year-old child over the weekend. It was not the first attempt on Inkosi Khumalo's life, and the House has called on the police minister to prioritize this investigation. Traditional leaders have also called for the creation of a special task force that would focus on the killing of traditional leaders. We're joined tonight by the chairperson of the National House of Traditional and Khoi-San leaders, Kgosi, Thabo, Seatlholo. Kgosi, good evening to you. Thanks for your time. Absolutely devastating, the circumstances under which these two leaders have been targeted and killed. Speak to me about how the rest of the nation is responding, in particular those within the tribal authorities that would have engaged with these leaders.
Good evening, Kathy, and evening to the viewers at home. Indeed, you know, it's a sad moment for us as the institution of traditional leadership, where one of our leaders happens to pass on to the ancestral world in such a gruesome manner, especially with, you know, a very young child there who is now an orphan due to, you know, this nameless people that we do not know. We've seen KZN having a serious spate of assassinations of royal leaders across the province. And we are saying to the minister and to the government in general that something urgent needs to be done so that we can be able to arrest the situation.
Do you have any indication as yet about why him and his wife were targeted?
Officially, we have nothing on our side. We're still trying to talk to the police so that they can make sure that we get the necessary facts as to could this thing be internal or external, because as you see, politically a province such as KZN, it has almost become a norm that leaders are taken out in this manner. So it's now coming to the side of traditional leaders, whereby whenever there's a situation, be it within the royal family or maybe, you know, as a traditional leader, sometimes you insist when there's business that things must be done correctly. And, you know, sometimes when things are supposed to be done correctly, it takes long. So some other people, be it in business or in politics, wouldn't have the necessary time. They just want things to be done and get whatever it is they want from the community. So if you as a traditional leader insist that things are done correctly, you might find yourself in a situation whereby you are taken out because you are seen as a stumbling block.
The concern, of course, is that one of the calls that has been made is for the establishment really of an entity that will be able to investigate these attacks against traditional leaders. That to me suggests that there are many other officials who are facing the very same kind of threats against their lives, but it's not being publicized in the way that we see.
Yes, absolutely. There are. I mean, you know, I think in KZN this year we've had about 8 killings. There are assessments of security threats that has been taking place in the province, whereby traditional leaders are being assessed as to, you know, what is the situation in their respective villages. So there's a lot more that is not out there. It's just that maybe the story is covered when somebody has passed on, but we would like to implore the media that they also look closely into this matter beyond the killing of our chairperson and Inkosi and his wife.
The fact that with the investigations into the political killings or the politically linked killings, there hasn't been much progress or headway in finding some of the suspects behind those killings. Do you have any confidence that setting up a different entity or structure that will investigate and look in particular at the targeting of chiefs and others who serve in, you know, traditional royal houses, Do you think that that will have any different of an impact?
Kathy, I don't think we have much choice into the matter, but I think what we should think about also as traditional leaders is to sort of, if we are not getting any joy from what you are referring to, we should look at some form of a private investigation that could accelerate us as traditional leaders, but more importantly, the communities that are being destabilized, to make sure that we get the answers and try to look for a permanent solution. Because you see, once a traditional leader is killed, firstly, there's going to be a lot of fear in the community, a lot of fear within the royal family. A lot of things are going to have to drastically change. So it affects everybody. So the sooner we get to the bottom of the matter, the better for all of us. So we will go that route and attempt it, but if it does not yield any positive results for us, we will have to look the other way and make sure that we get answers. Otherwise, a lot of communities are, I mean, just imagine the children of the late Inkosi and Undlunkulu. You can only imagine now what has to happen, you know, shifting and reorganizing everything. That will take long for the community to be stable again.
All right, let's leave it there for tonight. That is Kgosi Thabo Seatlholo.